What's up, dank homies? Nero here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Cernos Prime. Now, in my honest opinion, I think this weapon is okay. Whoa, guys, calm down. Calm down. First, let's play my intro. Now, before everybody gets mad at me, by no way, shape, or form am I saying this weapon is bad. I am in love with this weapon. But it is very situational. Now, I am aware there are a few of you who get a little bit triggered when I talk bad about your favorite weapon. Well, to be honest, you know.
I'm grateful to you for coming, but to be quite honest with you, f*** your feelings.
Now, the Cernos Prime is primarily impact damage. It doesn't really have a very high status chance. It's only 10%, but that kind of really hurts it, the low status chance. I feel like it really needs a little bit higher status chance. And it has 35% critical chance with a 2 times critical multiplier. Now, before we get into the build, I need to let you guys know the special mechanic about this weapon. It shoots 3 arrows instead of just 1, and the damage is split between those 3 arrows. So really, this bow functions more like a shotgun rather than a regular bow. But with multi-shot, this weapon will shoot 6 to 5 arrows instead of just 3. And I'll demonstrate that now for you. As you see there, the 6 lines, and you can see here, you can see 6 arrows, which the damage is divided between those 6 arrows. Now, before we say anything about me changing, I know I have a really good reason for that, and you guys will see that in just a little bit. So I have 2 builds for this weapon. My first build is mainly a critical chance and a straight damage build here, and of course I have serration, split chamber. Those are default needed for just about any weapon. Then you have point strike, which increases my critical chance, bladed rounds, which every time I get a kill, I get an increased critical damage by 120%, crash course, which increases my impacts, vile sense, which increases critical damage once again. Argon scope is a bit expensive. If you don't have this mod or can't get it, then go ahead and maybe even use speed trigger or vile acceleration so you can shoot this weapon more often. That way it's kind of like an increase in critical chance in a way because you shoot it more often, but that's what I would replace this with. And also I have heavy caliber, which increases my straight damage overall. My second build is just about the same, except I replaced heavy caliber and argon scope with these 2 status mods, one for toxin and one for electricity, so that I make corrosive. This build is what you're going to want to have for Grineer, because if you don't have corrosive on this weapon when facing Grineer, then the weapon becomes absolutely trash. I mean, I'm just being honest. If you don't have corrosive, it's absolutely trash against Grineer. So yeah, this is needed. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate the first build on just a few random corpus enemies here, level 100, and let's see how long it takes for me to kill them. Now, the corpus tech is really annoying because he has that stupid shield osprey. Trying to stay invisible. You can see argon scope and bladed rounds being put into work. Okay, I wanna have to daze him. There we go. You can see the arrow just in his face. And somehow corpus techs tend to know where you are while you're invisible. And it's really annoying. And you can notice this weapon has some pretty good punch through here. There we go. But yes, that's the first build on corpus enemies, and you can see it's pretty good, but still kind of situational, you know, because like while I'm invisible, and I gotta charge up the thing and then aim and shoot, and if I miss, then it's, you know. But yeah, well, let's get on to the second build. Alright, we're just gonna spawn a bunch of random Grineer enemies, all at level 100, and let's go. And also, one thing I want you to note is that you have to be kind of really close to do the most amount of damage on the enemies. And you really have to aim for those headshots. Oh gosh. You can even sometimes spam it if you're like really close enough to their face and going in for that headshot. And on heavy gunners, you really have to get a headshot on them. And I feel like there's a bug with Ash's invisible or a smoke screen that really makes enemies see him while he's still invisible. Let's see, no more enemies? No, I'm sure there's still something left. Yep, there we go. Okay. This guy just really not taking any damage. You really gotta get that headshot on him. If you're not procking corrosive very much, then see what I mean? How it takes forever to kill Grineer. And I already lost my bladed rounds, so I should just might as well just shoot normally. Really. Finally. But yeah, just I mean, if you want, you can bring this weapon against Grineer. Maybe my build just is terrible. Maybe you can get a Riven mod that makes this weapon like spectacular, but to be honest, don't even bring it up against Grineer. Just leave it at home. I mean, the thing's practically a shotgun. It's really simple. Just go and get yourself a Cernos Prime. Okay. Well, in conclusion, I would have to say that if this weapon had like maybe just a little bit more status chance, instead of 10%, maybe had 20, then the weapon would become way more viable in high level content, and I would make this definitely probably the best weapon in the game. So, you know, in my honest retrospect, I'd have to say that this weapon is maybe a 6 out of 10, but that's just my opinion. Don't take what I say as the gospel truth. Somebody else could probably make this weapon way better than I can, but I've spent like hours and hours trying to figure out how to make this weapon even more viable than it is in game. And it seems like the only way is through ribbons, but you know, that's just what I found. But if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for more content. And if we hit 20 likes on this video, then I guarantee that every single person who watches this video who plays Warframe will indeed be getting 300 billion platinum. This is not a scam. This is not a scam. I've never scammed anyone before in my entire life. 300 billion platinum. It'll be right in your back pocket. And you also get a Mercedes-Benz. And I will see you guys later. Peace.
Don't change, don't change, don't change. Even though life ain't the same. Say don't change, don't change, don't change. Life gon' make it happen anyway. And I say don't change, don't change, don't change. Even though life ain't the same. Say don't change, don't change, don't change.